Good day. Welcome back. Thank you for being patient with me. I missed a few days again. I was away and I had planned on recording, but I just took the days. That was it. Okay, so Wednesday, August 12th, we have a new moon solar and a solar eclipse. I did do some sitting over the weekend, so I do have some notes here I'm going to look up here. Um, Through this eclipse, new moon energy, there's a space here for you to really have courage to step into the things that have been calling you. This is about you manifesting. This is about you taking the time, being quiet, reflecting on what it is that is going to allow you to be seen, allow you to show up. This is about feeling. How do you feel? Go into the feeling of what feels right. What is it that you need to do, and how you need to do it to allow people to see your value, your worth, okay? Um, what is it that you need to embody for connections, for leadership? I am seeing that with many people in the world right now, the leadership of um, who they are, how they need to help others, if that's what you're here for, how you need to show up for yourself, and allowing this to come about through what feels right. When we go into that feeling, it is all about the alignment. It is like when someone asks you to do something and you really don't want to do it and you say yes, you're not in alignment. Everything starts to feel yucky about it. You just complain the whole time because it's not in alignment. So, this is about you following what is in alignment in order for you to find the path that is, they're saying, least resistance, and finding that path that is going to bring you to, if it's success, if it's leadership, however it is for you showing up. Okay. They're telling me that it is time now to start using your gifts in a bigger way. Um, It's not when I'm ready. It's not once I finish this. It's not any of that. That's the old way of thinking. It's like, now, what can I do? I will figure it out as I go. I will know what the next step is because I am ready now. Okay. This is the energy right now. And it has been for a while. I've been saying it for a while, because it's going to start just taking off when you can really see that you do have some value, some worth. There's something within you that is ready to just explode. Okay. Sometimes we don't know how that looks, but that is why you need to sit and really be in the quiet. You don't have to have it figured out. You don't have to wait for that aha moment. Just allow yourself to just be quiet. Don't even put you don't even have to put an expectation on being in the quiet. It just shows up. The more you sit in the quiet, the more it just shows up in different ways. And it may not look the way you expect it to look. I've been doing these little memes, and that came to me. I was told, do these memes. So I'm like, okay, I'll get on it. So I'm just kind of going with it, and it's been really fun, actually. And it's been showing people a side of me, my sarcastic side that people don't see, things like that. It shows up. I don't know where that's going to go. I don't, it's fun. It doesn't matter, right? But if it's going to lead to other things, then that's where it leads. I don't need to know. But it's just about putting yourself out there, letting people see who you are, without the AI, without the filters, without the things, just being raw you. I have some friends and I have some people on here that follow me, and I know they just record. They just hit record. They don't edit. They just put it out there. That is what people are looking for. People are moving away from all of the pretty, all of the things that are, staged, I'll call it. Okay. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. It's just being raw, it's being real. People want the realness in others, as I want the realness in other people as well. Um, this is not for worry. This is not anything like that. But the karma is closing for, um, as we move forward now. The karmic path is closing in, um, and good and bad. Okay, so that's why I say I don't want you to worry and feel, oh my gosh, what's coming to me. You can energetically say sorry to people if there is something that you've hurt someone. If not, your intention was pure, and you just keep going, and that judgment is coming back. The justice is going to be here. So if you've been working hard, putting your heart and soul into something and just going like, how come it's not happening? Just be patient. It's coming. It's coming. Okay. People's true colors are going to be showing through now. There's no space for people to hide now. It's going to be shown. Um, I've recently had some things being shown to me about some people, and it's like, whoa, okay, okay. So you could either call it out, or you just walk away, or you just do what you need to do, what's in alignment for you. They're just saying protect yourself through it, okay? Through, different situations, different people, different things. I do different things with different people. So it's just whatever it's called to me. I don't feel that I have a lot of, I just don't allow any of that drama in my life. So, but just know that things are going to start ramping up with that, and it's going to start getting, more and more of people's true colors are showing through, and it's up to you to hold a boundary or do what you need to do, what's right for each situation. Okay. This eclipse, when I say the time is now, get moving on things. Sorry, I'm all over the place because my notes are, that's how it ends up. Anyway, this eclipse is setting the tone for the next year and a half. So whatever you are putting out there right now is going to be amplified. It's going to be, setting the tone for the pace for the future. So if you are not putting anything out there to show that your worth, your value, your leadership, all of that, if that's what you're going for, that's just an example. Please allow it to be however it works for you in your life. This is a collective reading. It's too hard to hit everyone's needs and desires. Okay. So whatever you're doing now is going to be what is going to be coming through in the next year and a half. Okay. With this eclipse, it is setting a tone. So if you are sitting back and scared to step forward, that's what you're going to get in return. You're going to get more of that fear of stepping into self. So making sure that you are really, um, stepping into what you want, even if you're scared, because on the other side of that fear is the, expansion, is the, value of who you are is going to come back. Okay. You're headed toward your destiny. You definitely are. This is a space now. I wish I had this 10 years ago, but I wasn't ready for it. So I maybe wouldn't have done the things that I do now. So, let this is so important. Letting go of the old things, letting go of the old patterns, the old way of doing things, letting go of, um, if you never set boundaries, it's time to set boundaries. Letting go of that old way you lived your life, because that old energy there's no space anymore. And that is where, um, if you're bringing in that old story, that old way, that is where the karma is going to keep coming, and you're going to keep being faced with those, lessons. I don't know if, yeah, I'll just call them lessons. Those pieces that you need to continue to learn from, um, especially in relationship. If you allow yourself to be that old person and not set a boundary, you're going to continue having the people, not treat you for what you're worth and your value, okay? Um, Stepping into your destiny, I talked about that. Um, no more playing small. This is the big leagues now. You are ready, you're here. There's a reason why you're here at this time. There's a reason why you have your gifts, your talents, whatever that may be for each person. There's it's like no more I'm waiting for tomorrow. It is what am I doing today, even if it's a small step, in order to, get to that bigger um, trophy, you want to call it. I don't know if trophy is the right word, but they're showing me like the big leagues. So this is like you're a professional now. You are someone that is hired to do um, win the cup, whatever you want to call it, right? This is something that is really big. You need to see that you have the skills, the talents, the leadership, the connection, whatever, okay? There's something bigger here for you to see, okay? So there's no more playing small. There's no more, oh, I'm going to finish this course and then I'll be able to do this. It's already within you. You can start by saying, when I'm done this course, I'm opening it up, putting it out there, right? Rather than waiting for it all to be put in place before you step in. There's just different ways to go about it, okay? Um, big aspect of what is coming forward is like, how do you know what it is, right? Sit in those feelings. What do you feel? Like, if it feels really good but scary, that is where you want to go. It's the feeling of, when we feel deep and it's heart inspired, we know that it is a space where you can really, really be in alignment. And when we're in alignment, things just start to move, things start to flow, the synchronicities come, the signs come that we're watching for to get to the next step. The signs are there, they're going to show up if you're listening, okay? But this is all about what rings in your heart. It's like your heart is calling you, and I'm not telling anyone to quit the job. Your heart is calling you to a new career path, but you just stay because it's comfortable and you're scared. It's going to get more miserable for you in your job. You're going to start getting sick, all of the things. I know that from experience. But if your heart is really calling, you know that it's going to take you down the path that is going to bring you to all of this beauty, all that you're seeking, all the abundance, being valued, seeing your worth, pushing you to become the leader that you truly are within. That person that loves to talk, maybe when you were a child and people told you, you know what, no, it's not time to speak. Time to speak. It is all that's coming from your soul and your heart. But it's all about being in alignment. And to know if it's in alignment, it has to be that um, expansive feeling, that feeling of freedom, sovereignty, all of that comes together. And you will see that things start to fall into place and flow, okay? All of it is there for you, okay? So I'm going to pull some cards for this eclipse and this new moon, and we're going to see what's going to show up for that. Oh, there was another deck that popped in earlier and the cards weren't flying, so I'm going to do this deck first. This is a deck I don't pull out very often. I used to use it all the time. Okay, clarity and organization. So get clear on what you want. Look at all this red, this fire, this passion, this space of they're saying kind of burning down the old way to rebuild this um, brand new space, this brand new business. If you're in business, most of my people that follow me here are entrepreneurs. Doesn't mean everyone is, but it is a big piece of it. So that's why I kind of tailor to that. And you're not here if you're not spiritual. But yeah, this tidying up your house and making sure that you are doing things now in alignment rather than just doing, okay? And overflow, overwhelm, and plenty. Like, look at that. But they're showing me with this card, this is about taking care of yourself. This is about your temple, your body, your health. all of that, okay? So cleansing, if you're being called and feeling like you need a cleanse or eat better, this is why it is coming in your mind to do these things, because it is time for you to have this fresh start, this cleansing, this clearing, this space to not have the old gunk moving forward, okay? And if you're not, you're not. Just continue going as long as you are listening to that heart-led um, pull in the right direction. Um, they're showing me take time to observe, so making sure that you are in that quiet space to observe your body, to know that this is where um, things are feeling in order to move forward with alignment, okay? Not just jumping forward just because there's an opportunity, but moving forward because the opportunity is right, okay? So really listening to that. They're showing me some doors opening, but they're showing me it's almost like this space for you to cleanse, and then the door will open, or the space for you to really see what you need to step into, and the doors will open. They're showing me movement forward, the doors will open. Okay. This is a time now to not play small. Okay. Coming out of the cold, coming out of the old way of thinking, this lack mentality possibly, but they're saying, the the signs are there. Start feeling into the signs. If you just look up, you can see that there's a light on, and that you can just come right out of the cold. It is like the door's right there. Are you seeing it? So the door is right there for you to really step into. The door is right there for you to really start seeing that you are in the big leagues and you are worthy of being in the big leagues. As you step forward, okay? That's what it means. Playing small is just, I'm in the minors, I am just learning. But no, you are here, you have learned. We always continue to learn, we always continue to grow. But it's where we're at and how we can present ourselves and be in knowing that we can believe in ourselves. Borrow someone's belief until you believe in yourself, if that's what you need to do. But this is about you coming out of the minors, I'll call it, the little leagues, and you're now ready, and you've been drafted. You've been drafted into the big leagues. You're here. See that you are this big person, okay? Look at this. You have so many choices, and I feel like as you move forward, um, the choices are going to become more and more. It's like you learn how to do a modality, and now I have so many choices of how I can allow myself to help people with this modality. I can do it here and I can do it here, and there's going to be just a lot more opportunity, but you have to step through the door. You have to start moving toward it, and not playing small in that, okay? So really seeing that the choices are there. Look at this, new beginnings, beautiful. Yes, yes, yes. The sun is shining. The sun is finally coming up. This is the eclipse, no pun intended. Um, it's gonna sneak through. But the guardian angel. This is about you following your guidance. This is about you trusting the bigger picture. This is about you trusting yourself in knowing that you are capable of doing the things that you want to do. Okay. So there's a space here. You know what? You can call on your angels. You can call on your guides, whatever you believe in. It doesn't have to be angels. But yeah, it's time to call on them. Tap into your sacral power. So your sacral power is your purpose, your fire, just this. It's where we birth, right? It is creation. So really stepping into who you are in power, in all of that. Okay. So really noticing when you are feeling your best, and start moving toward it. They're showing me also duality. So the old, the new. when you decide to step into something, is this the old me that would do it this way? Or is this something new that is feeling right and more creative and more powerful? So this is about doing it the new way, okay? Really sitting with what it looks like. Because we don't know what we don't know, right? We only can move in accordance to how we feel, what we know, and um, stepping into the new and trusting that it's going to be right for you. How do we know to trust? It feels right. It feels in alignment. They're showing me that you're very protected. So if you're worried about things not working out, this is about you understanding that you are protected. This is about you understanding that things will happen in order for it to become a success. Okay. Sometimes we do have those lessons, and that's just part of our growth. It's part of our knowing that things are going to work out. Okay. The dragon. Okay. So it says courage here. So what they're showing me with this one is, ooh, celebration of self. This is about finding your inner dragon. The elementals are like on the surface. They're here. It is so cool right now. I feel the elementals, and I also feel that there's a lot to do in our um, astral plane, but like other planets. There are ETs coming through. And all of this is to help us, humanity, because right now our world is not good. And this is all in order to help us. This is in order for us to rise up and be who we need to be in order for this world not to continue to keep crumbling the way it is. Okay. Um, but they're showing me bring that inner dragon, that fire, that protection for yourself, that stability, that inner guidance, um, power to stand strong in who you are and what you believe in and where you want to go, and believe that you can do this, because you can call upon, if you are believe in the elementals, call upon your dragon. There's a lot of people lately that have been really calling in their dragons and saying, you know what, I need protection, I need help, I need security, if you want to call that. But you're protected. You're protected. Okay. So this is about you finding that inner power, the inner courage to step in strong in who you are. That commitment to leadership, if that's where you're going, that commitment to your connection, to discovering what is in alignment for you, however this looks, at whatever level that is for you. I can't reach it for everyone, because this is a collective reading. Okay. Everyone is different. If you want your own personal energy reading, I can do that for you, and I can really tap into your energy and what's going forward. Link is in the description. Grateful, finding gratitude for, the whole journey. Yes, there's times that I've been on my knees and it's been difficult. I am grateful for it, because it would not have pushed me to become who I needed to become. All of those things that come through. There also be grateful for what you have to offer, your worth, your gifts in a bigger way. I am grateful. I just did a YouTube with Tara on being an empath. A lot of people really do not like being an empath, because it's a lot of feelings, and it can be a lot of energy and pain. But I'm grateful for it, because I've learned how to use it to help me guide myself, to help me, read people, to know if should be in my life or not, things like that. So really see your gifts, see your talents, and know that they are there for a reason. Find gratitude, even if you haven't fully discovered what they are. Some people come to me and say, hey, I'm seeing things. Oh my goodness, like they're scared, right? So it's a gift. What can you do with it, and how can you expand on it to allow it to help you and guide you, help other people if that's the case, however, okay? So really seeing those gifts and being grateful. Rejoice in love, breathe in the fragrant breath of life. Right now is a really hard time to not get caught up in the heaviness. I get caught up in it more sometimes, I more than what I want, but I just have to learn how to navigate through that. It is really heavy here right now. And for you to really see that there is love through the chaos, okay? See, because the next step for us is love, okay? More and more and more love is going to be shown on in the world, and we are here to create that. So it's really important for you to see love for self first and foremost, but love for the things that are around you, your gifts, your, if you're an entrepreneur, your clients, all of the things, okay? So really, love for life is really, really important, okay? So really being in a space where, if you have a hard time seeing anything that is, for gratitude, look at a tree. Be grateful that the tree, grateful for nature, grateful for animals, be grateful for, water, whatever it is that you need to be, just to bring yourself back to center in order to let go of, the things that are heavy and restricted in your life. Compassion. So this is not just compassion, but when I see this card, this is about loyalty. Compassion and loyalty for self, for your gifts, for your business, for life, for where we're going. This is they keep bringing in number 3. So celebration of self, community, the people that surround you, really being in that celebration, being in that loyalty of who surrounds you, who you are, seeing your own talents and gifts. That's important. Celebrating yourself for all you know, all you do, where you've come from, all of the things, okay? So really being in that, okay? 2 of Cups. Oh, this is getting long. Sorry. 2 of Cups. This is all about, I'm feeling like this is companionship for self, but also connection to spirit, whatever you believe in. If you believe in God, the universe, angels, whatever. Okay. This is about partnership with spirit. I tell you, if I didn't have my guides that I am connected to, I don't know. That is my go-to, especially if I am struggling with anything. Okay. So really ramping up your connection to self, those feelings, those inner feelings that I told you to know, if you're in alignment, your soul, connection to, like I said, your soul. Okay. This is really important to know where you're being called to go to. And connection to your guides, your spirit. This is where it's all at. This is where you can really build and trust in all that is happening, in where you're going. And it's all about that connection, okay? And believing in yourself and stepping into your power. Thank you. I'm sorry it was kind of long today with my energy report. If you do want to continue to follow me, hit the bell and hit subscribe and hit all, and you will get a notification. I get notifications with lots. I just turn off the sound, and when I get to them, I get to them, if I get to them. But yeah, thank you for being here. If you need anything, all my contact stuff is in the description, and I would love for you to share this video for people that could use it. And I appreciate each and every one of you. Have a magical day. Much love.